go, go, go. Alright, what's up guys? Today the tutorial will be I haven't selected yet the name of this build. You guys will see as soon as you will see this online, because I will have a name. I got too many good names. Thanks everyone that participated into this little challenge to find a name for this crazy build. Yeah, next you will see what you will need to attempt this build. Like I always say, you do it safely, as always. This is a beautiful flavor manufacturer. You guys gotta check it out. It's worth it. Take your time doing it. In a video I do suggest 2 different ways to do it, like the Clapton. Like this build is actually a triple parallel, but you can do it just parallel 1 Clapton instead than 2. You can do like all bunch of stuff, you know. I do a build like this, but it's to show you how I work. Feel free to add stuff to it, you know, like instead of the 32 gauge, add a macro Clapton to it, add a ribbon. I don't know, try it, you know, try different combos, you know. This is how you build, alright? Make sure you always measure your builds. This one is around 0.5 to 0.2. So check it out guys. Hope you enjoy. Make sure to subscribe. That's the most important thing guys. Subscribe. I need to be up there. If you want to have some good tutorial, you want to have some good feedback. I'm not a reviewer. What I do is I give my tricks to everybody who wants them. Alright, so I see you at the end for the closing and the vaping. Alright, see you soon. Today this is what we will need to do this beautiful build. Okay, to start we will need for the core 0.5 ribbon and 40 gauge that we will micro wrap on it. We will need some 0.7 ribbon to put over this one. We will need the 32 to kind of tie them together, and we will also need 30 and 32 to make a Clapton to roll parallel with it. We will need a decent RDA. I will take the velocity because of those post holes, or they're big, and if you guys got the velocity or velocity type deck, I mean with 2 hole in the post, because you will see the way we'll mount it. I don't know, maybe not this time, but keep in mind for next tutorial guys to get one of those, because I will do eventually a tutorial on how to mount differently with multiple holes. It's pretty cool, it's pretty nice too, and connection is great. And when we'll do that, we'll do a single coil in the middle, but today we will do a dual coil. So we will need a decent RDA that you can put 2 coils in it. Depending on the RDA that you have, you can make your coil a little bigger, like 3mm or 2mm. Alright. You will need the traditional ceramic tweezers and the traditional cutters and long nose. And like ribbon builds, when you need some preparation, you will need, very important, masking tape. Not electrical tape, not gaffer tape, but masking tape. Because masking tape doesn't stick too hard to the wires, alright? So yes, this is what we will need to do this build today. Of course, you will need some wicking material, you will need all that, scissors, and you'll be set. So anyway, I see you in a moment with how we make this. So we will do our first wire, our core wire, which is gonna be a single piece of 0.5 millimeter ribbon, and you will need about, like I say, 30 to 40 centimeter long. That'll be long enough. And what we do is obviously put it in the chuck of our drill, and we will take some 40 millimeter and we will put it in it. Right, and then you always make sure that it's centered. All right, so now into the tube. Again, for people who don't know it, try it. It works good. Avoid your wire to just like spin all over the place all the time. Okay, so now I'll cut it here because it's getting pretty long and I'll have enough. Okay, one of the reasons why I always like to give you a little leverage in wires. That's why I like to make them long enough so this way if something happens you have another piece to work with. And if not, you do like I do and put it into the scrap wire little jar, and once in a while you make a scrap build. So now, yeah, now we have our macro Clapton on ribbon. Alright, so now let me change this so we can make ourselves 30, 30 and 32 Clapton now. Alright, and again about, let's say, 30 to 40 centimeter. Sorry, I think earlier I said millimeter, but it's centimeter. Would be pretty short. we got our 32 Clapton, and it's kind of important that you make like a long enough. That's actually if you want to do the original build, which is a triple parallel. So now what we need to do is we take our 0.5 Clapton ribbon, and what you gotta do is just to make sure that there's no wave in it, that it's pretty straight. And these wires are good for that because they usually take back their initial position, so they get back to flat. So if you give it a little help, they're gonna get back pretty damn straight. Alright, once we got this, we're gonna cut ourselves 2 pieces of 0.7 ribbon, about the same length as the one that we have right here. Alright, one and two. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and try to make them a little bit more curvy, a little less curvy, I mean. You can take some pliers and pull on it, pretty much like any other wires. Sorry if I'm off camera, just trying to do this. Alright, that should be that. That stays straight. And one more. Should be straight. Okay, unlike the other ribbon builds, water doesn't work that good with this because they're not all flat, right? So what I do is I just take one. Alright, let me focus a little bit more. We take one of these, and this Clapton, the one with the Clapton, and you put it on top of it. Alright, it will stick on top of it. And what I do is I take one of my little tape, because you need the masking tape, and I put it over it like this. Alright, and I make sure they stay one on top of each other. Okay, whoops, sorry. Alright, now we take the second one and we put it over on the other side. Alright, so we should get a sandwich with the ribbon with the Clapton right in the middle. Alright, you gotta sandwich the Clapton ribbon between the two plain ribbon. Alright, and how I do this, it's pretty simple. It's like you start just with one, you put the Clapton ribbon over it, you tape those two together, and you leave you don't tape all the way, you know, you just tape so they stay together, and then you put the third one over the Clapton ribbon, and then you continue taping, and you should get this, you know, and this way the Clapton ribbon will stay in the middle, because that's what we need to get. So like some other builds, I like to just secure them in place, since I don't want them to change position, because it's very easy for the ribbon to change position, especially when it's in the middle. So what you gotta do, it's keep it in the middle like this. Once you get far enough, you just put a safety right here, pretty much like a tack. Alright, you don't stick it too hard because you need your ribbon to stay in it. Alright, ribbon stay in it, and the tape not too hard because you need to move once you're gonna get there. We'll put another one a little further. Alright, just so the ribbon stay flat and stays in the middle. Yeah guys, these builds, it's a lot of preparation. Alright, and either ways, once we're gonna get where once we clapped in this, the ribbon will take its place. It's gonna tighten itself and it's gonna take its place. This is just to make sure thing goes as planned. Better be prepared than having to start over again. Alright, we're near the end. I'm gonna cut those, it's gonna help me get a better flat end. Alright, almost there guys. Got a little curve here. That's what I mean. You gotta take away all the twists from the wires. More. Okay, so now we're ready. We have our wire. See, there's a little loopy here. You place it, and that's one of the reasons why I use tape and I don't bend them and keep them in loop. It's because it gives the wire some movement, so it can move, so it doesn't make any loops once you coil it, guys. So now you're gonna go ahead and put in the chuck of your drill, and again place it the way that it doesn't get squished and change shape at the chuck, because that's pretty important. Alright, so now we will take our 32 gauge. Alright, we'll put this on the chuck, and again, this is more a wrap than a Clapton, because it's not gonna be tight, it's gonna be spaced, and for that you just have to be very steady as you coil it. Alright, that's the key, being steady in your angle so that way it won't change. Alright, so I still use my tube to avoid, we're not gonna go fast anyway, so oh, I lost my 32. Fix it again. I usually wrap it around, but I didn't this time. There you go. Oh, I changed the shape a little bit, make sure everything's fine. Alright, so now let's go. And again, you keep the same angle, right? this is how this build's gonna be. But if you want, you can be fancy. Instead of taking 32 like this, you make yourself a nice micro Clapton with some 3840, 3640, and you use it instead than just a plain 35. It will look a lot better. Alright, so now let me show you the way this looks. You see, this is what we're getting. Alright, I'll be able to, you see the sandwich? Yeah, so this is how it's supposed to look. Let me see without this, if you see it better. Oh yeah, you see the sandwich? That's how it is. And the space wrap, that's how it is. You just gotta be constant. Alright, so let me fix this. We'll be right back. So now we will need our addy, velocity or something like that, or anything with decent post hole. It's not the biggest wire ever, but it's always good to have nice decent post hole to install built like this. So now what I'm gonna use the 3mm. Alright, depending on the space that you have in your addy, you select it. And the way I will do it, it's gonna be the original setting, which is triple parallel. First of all, what you need to do when you work with ribbon, it's to cut yourself pieces, because it won't let you work so easily. So you cut yourself about 10-15 centimeter. Alright, and after that, like I said, if you do the triple, the ohm is gonna be way up there, way down there, like it's gonna be very low. If you do just parallel, single parallel, that's gonna be a little higher. Like say, like it's still gonna be a pretty low build. So you guys, before you use this, make sure you use something like, if it's a mechanical, it's something like this. This is 4 parallel batteries in there. Alright, so it can go pretty damn low. Or you have a mod that can spark low builds, because that's gonna be in the super sub, depending on how you mount it, obviously. So now, how we gonna do this? We're gonna put our wire, let me focus a little bit. You do it like this, alright? You put the big wire on the outside, because you want to see all those pretty wires, you know. Sorry if I'm chewing my word, it's because I'm thinking and I'm working at the same time, trying to stay in focus. So sometimes it's pain in the ass. Alright, so we have our 2 wires, 3 wires in that case. Alright, last time I did it, I didn't do it on the right addy. I used the phenotype and it's not the right addy. And again, when you use ribbon, you have to make sure they follow, because they got that tendency of wanting to spin like this. Alright, so you gotta make sure like they stay nice and straight. Alright, and we gotta go and try to do 4 to 5 wraps. You see, ribbon, do this. Alright, and if you don't pay attention to it, you're gonna create like a big ass loop. Well, you won't be able to see. you see it's starting to have a little loop there. So what you gotta do is to stretch it. Very, very important. So we don't have those. And if it doesn't go away like this, you're gonna have to go and pull on it at the end. So nothing's easy in here, babe. Make sure that your ribbon is straight. And you can cut this. Fine. Alright, so now let's put these 3 wires to those tiny holes. And again, when you get like a Clapton wire like this, always try to make it stick out because it's the first one to go in. Okay. It's always harder to put 3 wires into a tiny hole. Let's do this with the tweezers. Need patience, guys. Need patience to do these type of builds. Always said it. Making the wires easy. It's mounting them that needs skills. If I would have used the 2mm drill bit, I would have done 5 wraps instead than 4. Now let's tighten this. Always adjust. Alright, let's pull this once again. Nice and tight. This is a beautiful build. And again, all those cracks, man, these just like add flavors, and the density of the cloud is fucking crazy. Alright. See what we have. See, pretty nice. On one side you see the nice little groove in the wire that we did, and on the other side you got the Clapton going. On this one, I would have kept on going with the Clapton on the other side, on that side, but I'm pretty restrained into space into my RDA, so if I would have used a temple, I would have went the whole 9 yards with the Clapton. But unfortunately, I don't have the space. So now let's prepare for our next build. I mean our next coil. Alright. This looks clean. like when they don't fight you when they go in, because when you have multiple wires to go in at that tiny a hole, they got that tendency to fight you. One doesn't want to go in. And hopefully I didn't jinx myself now. I'm good at those lately. Say something and everything start going the wrong way right after that. But so far so good. Screwdriver to put all those little things away. Sometimes it doesn't take much. Now let's fix it again with this. Now you see we're getting there pretty nice and decent. Beautiful. Alright, so this is what are we getting. Alright, with the lovely grooves and stuff like that. It's funny because the way it's done, since it's not made the same thing, on one side you see the ribbon and on one side you see the clapton. Alright, so let's put this on my mod and let's fix this. Alright. Okay, so we should have a few hot spots, and I might be able to show you how I fix my hot spots. And you pull slowly, and if you're lucky you're gonna get some crazy ass colors. Well, I will, because I'm using hybrid wires, and hybrid wires are known to do like the sickest colors. Yeah, I get my wires from Cloud Chaser Canada. They got some sick hybrid wire. Oh my god, it's gonna be some colors. So far so good, didn't see any hot spots sticking out like crazy. Yeah, pretty nice. Check this out, colors start popping out. And actually this is a 0.18 ohm build. See, pretty nice. So I'll take a few shots of this and we will wick this and vape it. Be right back. Alright guys, we're back for the wicking. And the only thing I gotta say is don't put too much wick, please, pretty please people. You're gonna see a big difference if you don't put too much wick, if the wick just touched the bottom of the well. So anyway, you guys know how to wick. If you don't want any dry hit and shit like that, I suggest that you just get them just to touch the bottom of the well, just like a straw at the bottom of a glass. And I'm telling you, That's gonna do the whole difference. You're gonna have plenty airflow going around your coil, and the juice is gonna be attracted by the top. So yeah, this is how you wick. That's why in some addies, I don't know if I have any around here, but at the bottom of some addies there's some kind of channel, and those channel, that's exactly what is it for. It's for the wick to just sit in that channel, so all the juice will go in that channel and be attracted up by the gravity. Alright, so this is my wicking. You see my bottom of my well is just touching. You see, this is how you wick. Alright, let's juice this and I'll see you up there. What's up? We're back. This coil, I posted on many groups for you guys to try to find a name for this. A few names came out that were like pretty cool. There was like one that I really liked was called flux capacitor, because I think it looks like it a bit. Well, it kind of remind me a bit of it, so I really liked it. And I know eventually I will do some coils that will carry that name, but not this time. I had another name that I found pretty cool, was Bionic. That was pretty cool for a name. Oh, we had so many. One that I almost picked was Iron Man, because it looks like the arc on his chest. But I sticked out with the name Hadron for the Hadron Collider. Yeah, because I think it fits him well. Flavor wise, look, pretty much everything. I think that fits it well. And who did find that name? It's Neil Andrew, brother. You actually found the name of this build. So it's the Hadron Collider. I actually had few people saying it on other groups, thanks to you guys too, but the first one that found it was Mr. Andrew. It's crazy flavors coming out of this. Whoa. And what I'm vaping, Charlie Chuck Dust, Dream Cream. That's pretty awesome. You can get them at liquidyjuice.com, like you see right there. Liquidy Juice have some of the best liquid in demand on the market at the best price. They even do wholesale. They're Canadian, but doesn't matter where you're from. If you want some, reach them with this website and they will hook you up big time with some of the best flavors. Sometime soon I will do not a review but a little video about pretty much all the flavors they have, all the brands they have. I have a whole bunch of them. I don't have them all, but I have a whole bunch, so I'll show you guys. Alright, so hope you like this tutorial. Hope you enjoyed this vape, and I will see you on the next tutorial. But before we go, I will this week post another selection of builds that you guys be able to select which one you guys would like to see on the next tutorial. Alright, so make sure to subscribe, make sure to share it, make sure to talk about it to everybody. Do this safe, and subscribe. I need subscribers, I need some viewers. These videos take time to make, please show the love, guys. Alright, see you on the next one with more tricks, more crazy builds. Alright.